Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is 23rd session of Word from Allah's book. Today inshallah we will study Suratul Kawthar, meaning the abundance. This is the shortest surah of Quran Hakim. It has only 3 verses and the verses are very short. The topic of this surah is the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned how blessed is Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as compared to the enemies of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They will be those who will be punished by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The background of this surah is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam with 2 sons and 4 daughters. The names of the sons were Qasim and Abdullah. And when both of these sons passed away in their infancy, the enemies of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam started saying bad words and started saying that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam now do not have any son, so his progeny will not continue, his name will not continue. No one will remember Muhammad, as the lineage continues through sons, and he has no son there, so there will be no one to take his name after his death. That is what they were saying, because they were enemies of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Therefore they said these words. However, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showed that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the most beloved and will have the most progeny, and his name will continue the most ever in the world, as we can see today. The name of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is taken throughout the world, and this is the name that is used by parents to name their children the most in the world today. The most important point of this surah is the character of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and why people were his enemies. This is the most important aspect of this surah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has used the word enemy in the last verse. The life of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was not filled with enemies until he was 40 years old. Instead, everybody used to love Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Since his childhood, at the age of 40, till the age of 40, people used to love him. People used to call him As-Sadiq Al-Amin, the truthful and the honest. And people were happy for Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to decide upon their important matters, like the important matter of construction of Khane Kaaba and placing of the Hajar-e-Aswad, the black stone. That was a big problem in that society, and they made Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam judge between them. That's how they trusted Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's how they loved him. And as we know that their jewelries and their wealth was kept in the house of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because they trusted Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So they were not the enemies of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam until the age of 40. But when Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam started preaching the message of Allah, started preaching Quran Hakim, that is when they became his enemies. This is what this surah is explaining. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is an honest person. He is blessed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whatever he does only for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. These are not the reasons for anyone to become enemy of anyone. However, the main reason is the preaching of message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is what made people enemies of Prophet Muhammad, and therefore Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make sure that the final victory is for Prophet Muhammad and the final defeat is for the enemies of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Inna a'tainakal kawthar. O Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, indeed we have granted you Kawthar. The meaning of Kawthar is, it is a river of paradise. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has granted Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam a river in paradise named Kawthar. Another meaning of the word Kawthar is abundance. Inna a'tainaka al-kawthar. O Prophet, we have given you abundance. We have given you a lot. We have given you a lot of blessings. فَصَلِّ لِرَبِّكَ وَانْحَرْ. So pray to your Lord and sacrifice. This is the return of blessings. Whenever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses someone, in return you have to be grateful. You have to be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And how you are thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? By praying, by leaving sins, and by doing good acts, and by worshipping. فَصَلِّ لِرَبِّكَ وَانْحَرْ. So pray to your Lord and sacrifice. Inna shani'aka huwal abtar. Surely it is your enemy who will be cut off. Abtar means those who has no progeny, whose name will not continue after their death. No one will be there to take their name after them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Inna shani'aka huwal abtar. Surely it is your enemy who is cut off. And as we can see today, the name of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is taken in the entire planet, entire world. However, there is no one to take the name of Abu Jahl, to take the name of Abu Lahab and other enemies of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So there is no one to take their name. There is none of their progeny. However, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam has a lot of followers, lot of those who take name. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us follow the guidance of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Barakallahu li wa lakum wa lisa'iril muslimina wal muslimat. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.